Welcome to the 6th annual Greater Williamsburg National Day of Racial Healing. My name is Laura Hill, for those who don't know me, and I am the president of the Virginia Racial Healing Institute. We are a nonprofit organization that's based right here in Williamsburg, and our aim is to help our community become a leader in racial healing, racial justice, and racial equity. Now, we always start our events with a land acknowledgement, and we just take time to remember where we are and who was here centuries ago. So we start with thinking about 400 years ago when the English settlers arrived. The landscape here was dotted with Indian villages, the Powhatan tribes, and we know that they were displaced by the English colonists. About 300 years ago, if you had come to this community, it would have been filled with plantations. We know that there were Africans here being held against their will, and they were resisting enslavement. And then 200 years, a movement started called the abolitionist movement. And this was a movement led by Europeans who rose up to work toward abolishing 200-year-old slave laws. And thank goodness they were successful. When I think about the courage that it took to abolish 200-year-old slave laws, it makes me think that the work that we have before us is not as daunting as it looks. So we're going to just pause and just take a moment to reflect on those who came before us and called Greater Williamsburg home. Thank you. Generally, we would light a candle, but since James City County does not allow open flames, we just have to pause. All right. The Greater Williamsburg National Day of Racial Healing started 5 years ago. And let me just tell you that the National Day of Racial Healing actually started 9 years ago. And this is an opportunity for communities nationwide to come together to promote healing and to work together to help us heal and avoid racial divisions. Anyway, I forgot my notes, guys. I'm trying to remember this. So we're working toward healing racial divisions, and the local Greater Williamsburg National Day of Racial Healing started in 2000, and we met in the multi-purpose area of a local church, Jamestown Christian Fellowship. There were about 12 of us, and we had a potluck dinner. So look what the Lord has done. Now we had 150 people who registered and 12 people on the waiting list. So we tried to get as many of the waiting list people in. And we're really excited. There are lots of new faces here today, but we are so thankful. If this is your first time coming to the Greater Williamsburg National Day of Racial Healing, raise your hand. Okay, this is your first time. Thank you for joining us. Okay, well, I just wanted to call out some of the familiar faces who've been with us over the years. There's Pastor Wade and Lisa Trump are here with us tonight. Their church was the church that opened their doors to us for the very first event. I see some of our Table Builder Award winners from previous years are with us. The Table Builder Awards recognizes organizations and individuals who are committed to excellence and who are working toward racial healing in our community. So we just want to recognize some of the past winners who are here. I want to start with PJ Pickett and Ronaldo, who are our Outstanding Business Award winners. Ronaldo Randall. We also have Lisa Green here, who is with St. Martin's Episcopal Church. They were our Outstanding faith-based organization. Let's see. Vice Mayor Pat Dent is here, and they were the Outstanding Government Agency for 2 years in a row. Okay, and I was looking for Jackie Williams. I guess she didn't make it tonight. But anyway, we're so excited to see old and new friends. And also, I just wanted to recognize our Mistress of Ceremony tonight, Rebecca Parsons. Stand up, Becky. Becky came to our very first meeting on June 18th, 2019. And I remember that we went around in a circle and we asked, what brought you here? And Becky said, I came here to learn and I came here to unlearn. And I said, she's a keeper. So she's here with us tonight. She actually is the Director of Talent Management for University Advancement at the College of William and Mary. And she's worn lots of hats. She's now one of our board members, so we're very happy to have her with us tonight.
Thank you, Laura. Well, first of all, I wanted to let you know who was playing that beautiful music for you when you came in on the harp, and that was Corrine Young. Poke your head out here, please. Thank you so much. That was very beautiful. Well, as Laura said, it's so great to see so many familiar faces, so many of us that are shoulder to shoulder in this space and doing this work of reconciliation. But I tell you what is more exciting is to see all the new faces that are joining us now. And I hope that while we had our mingle and eating and refreshment time at the beginning, that was something new for us today. We wanted to give you a chance to make some new friends, and I hope you were able to make some new friends. And if you haven't, it's not too late to start building new relations at your table, okay? See what I did there? So Williamsburg is such a famous location, as Laura was saying, for our history. The history of our nation, we celebrate it here. But you know what? It's not just a feel-good theme park story, is it? It's so good that we can acknowledge what really did happen, what the true history is, the full and complicated history that we have here, so that we can work together healing those wrongs right here at the root. But this day is about learning and honoring new history makers right here in our community. Those who are among us that are working to reconcile, restore, and make our community better. We're going to have a full evening of healing through the arts with some amazing performances, and we're going to hear some great community leaders share with us. So you know what? Let's just go ahead and get started. So first of all, I want to introduce Jim Eisenhower, who is our newly elected chair of the James City County Board of Supervisors. And please come up and read the proclamation if you would.
Thank you. I'm glad we had the opportunity to mix a little bit before this started because it saved my bacon. I started out from home and I got about halfway here and realized that I did not have this in my possession. And so I went home and got it. Fortunately, I got here without being apprehended by James City County's finest, so We're off to a good start. It's my pleasure to read this proclamation. This is my first time being here. I know Ruth as chair was here last year, but this is an organization and an event that I think is really critically important to our community. And as I look out across the room, I see Williamsburg. This is what our community is, all of the historic triangle. So here's the proclamation from the James City County Board of Supervisors. National Day of Racial Healing. Whereas we understand that national political and social climate in America has threatened the core of this great country's unity and democracy, and whereas we are committed to bridging the racial divide in our community and country and to overcome forces at work to further divide us, and whereas racial healing is a vital and crucial commitment to the education, social, mental, and overall well-being of citizens, especially those who have been historically marginalized and disenfranchised. And whereas it is our duty to protect the citizens in this county and maintain communities in which all people have equal access to resources and opportunities to thrive and succeed. And whereas we must all work earnestly to heal from racial wounds of the past, from slavery and from many forms of racism that slavery spawned. And whereas each of us has the ability to make changes in our thinking and behavior that could have a substantial impact upon the historic Triangle region and help us establish as a national leader in racial healing and transformation. And whereas if we commit to truth-telling, reconciliation, and racial healing, we can bring about transformation that will propel this county forward as a unified force where racism, racial biases, and injustices will become a thing of the past, and where liberty and justice for all is more than an ideal, it is a lived experience. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Chairman of the Board of Supervisors of James City County, Virginia, do hereby proclaim January 21st, 2025 as Greater Williamsburg National Day of Racial Healing in James City County, and encourage all citizens to pursue racial healing, racial justice, and reconciliation by reaffirming the principles of equality and inclusion. In witness whereof, I hereunto have set my hand and caused the seal of the County of James City Virginia to be affixed the 16th day of January 2025. And I have that for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wonderful words, right? What a way to start off. And so now, as you can see, it's time for me to introduce Dr. Jocelyn Henry Whitehead to come forward. Amen. A remarkable musician, educator, and community leader. She holds a master's, educational specialist, and doctorate degree from William and Mary. Alongside her accomplished career, you go ahead and get set up. I'm just going to talk about you. Alongside her accomplished career as an educator, she serves as a support and leadership as the wife of Pastor Whitehead of New Zion Baptist Church, enriching her community with faith and wisdom. Tonight, we have the privilege of experiencing her extraordinary gift as a harpist, where her artistry and ministry combine to create something truly beautiful. Please join me in welcoming Jocelyn Henry Whitehead as she shares music.
The future for peace. shape the future for. Together we shape the future for. Together we shape the future for. Let us work to shape the future for hope. Yes, together we shape the world we live in. Together we shape the world we live in. Yes, together we shape the world we live in. Let us work to shape the world we live in. We live in. Let us work to shape the future for hope, for hope, for hope. Let us work to shape the future for love. Let us work to shape the future for peace, for peace, for peace.
That was truly beautiful. Thank you so much. So it's with great excitement that we're going to welcome the Leah Glenn Dance Theater. Leah Glenn is a celebrated choreographer and educator and artist. In addition to her role as the founder and artistic director of Leah Glenn Dance Theater, she is a full professor at William & Mary and was awarded the Francis L. and Edwin L. Cummings Professor of Dance and Africana Studies from 2020 to 2023. Leah currently is the William R. Keenan Jr. Professor of Dance at William & Mary. Leah Glenn Dance Theater is a modern dance company dedicated to cultivating a greater understanding of the world in which we live through thought-provoking works of art that entertain, inspire, and challenge its audiences. Leah Glenn Dance Theater has earned widespread recognition for its powerful performances, creative innovation, and commitment to addressing themes of social justice and human connection. Please join me in welcoming Leah Glenn Dance Theater.
Good evening. It's a pleasure and honor to be here this evening with all of you on this occasion. As she said, Leah Glenn Dance Theater is so happy to be here tonight. It was founded in 2013, and it continues my belief in that movement is our first means of communication, and that through movement we can learn so much about who we are individually and collectively. And so tonight I would love to present to you a piece entitled "And So We Gather." This piece was inspired by the Wintergreen Women's Writers Collective. Anybody heard of the Wintergreen Women's Writers? Okay, good. The Wintergreen Women's Writers Collective was founded in 1987 by Dr. Joanne Gavin, faculty emerita at JMU. When Nikki Giovanni accepted the job at Virginia Tech, she didn't know anyone in Virginia. And so Dr. Gavin pulled several writers together and went on a retreat at the Wintergreen Resort. And every year since then, these women have been meeting to gather, to celebrate each other's victories, to cheer each other on, to help each other through tough times. And a group of about 10 to maybe 12 women writers has grown into a group of almost 60 women. I'm the only dancer in the group, but there are a couple other artists in the group as well who are not writers. But it has been an amazing experience to get to know these women, to be inspired by their work, and to be able to connect with community in the way that I have been able to through working with each of them. The piece, And So We Gather, is about 20 minutes long, so you'll see an excerpt of the last 4 sections. In addition to my choreography, it features poetry by Dr. Hermine Pinston, who is faculty in the English department at William & Mary, a poem by Opal Moore, and a poem by Dr. Gavin, Joanne Gavin as well. It also features music, original composition by Hannibal Akumbe. He is a Grammy-nominated artist, jazz musician, wonderful artist. So without further ado, And So We Gather, places. Give me just a second, okay.
A note low and guttural in the hollow of the horn. A note low and guttural in the hollow of the horn. Breath over breath changes how we mourn. You know, markings in the sand, bid the spirit come on in. I said markings in the sand, bid the spirit come on in. But for calling Brother Malcolm, make your sign on the wind. A note low and guttural, let it change on the horn. Let it wail, let it wait, let it range on the horn. Till there's no low and guttural, makes a way on the horn. Hum of the earth knows that truth don't lie. Hum of the earth gonna make the devil cry. Saying march out flesh can multiply. Saying all these notes up and holler on the horn. Hundreds, hallelujah, up and holler on the horn. Till there's no low and guttural, changes how we mourn. 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 Ga-da, 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 ga-da. Dee-da-da, dee-da-da, dee-da-da. Get down, down, down. Get down, down, down. Get down, down, down.
I wanted to share a poem that I wrote in memory of her called Peace the Way Home. Do you remember when we were girls and the evening dusk or our mother's calls would start us homeward? I would say, I'll walk a piece with you, and we would turn our feet toward your ivy-covered house, down the path to the crossroad. Deep in good girl talk, our words speeding up and spilling out. We are racing time. We arrive at your turnoff too soon. You would say, it's dark, so I'll walk back a piece with you. Our feet retracing themselves. Now the crickets are noisy, and the lightning bugs are flashing their tails, and we talk and talk, ignoring the owls hooting and the beckoning signs from our houses. My house just a few steps ahead. I know Mama is mad by now. You turn, see your patch of road ahead. the lightning bugs making halos of yellow in the dark. You are not afraid. You smile, so radiant. There is such promptness in tomorrow. We will talk again. See me, girl.
Thank you, dancers. Okay. Oh, well, do you want to introduce yourselves really fast? Sorry. I thought that would be nice. My company is a multi-generational company. The bulk of the dancers, most of the dancers are William & Mary alums who have incredible lives, right? They're doing all kinds of things. We have a public defender. We have women and men working in all kinds of jobs throughout the community. Most of them, we have 3 current students as well. We have some professional dancers and adjuncts and other professionals in the community working with the company as well. So if you could just introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Julianne Abenoha. I'm a junior currently at William & Mary.
Hi, Grace Parita, class of 2021 at William & Mary.
Hi, I'm Victoria Fink. I'm adjunct faculty at William & Mary and Old Dominion University Dance Department.
Hi, I'm Trinity Davis. I'm a senior here at William & Mary.
I'm Antonella Nicholas, and I was the class of 2020.
I'm Allison Foley, and I'm a senior here at William & Mary.
I'm Sophia Parati, and I was William & Mary class of 2016.
Hi, I'm LaWanda Rains, a former adjunct and now full-time professor at Virginia State University.
Thank you, dancers. So we gather really chronicles the weekend retreat that happens with Wintergreen Women every spring. And it chronicles, well, it expresses a lot of my personal experience as well. So there's always this idea that, we as women wear a lot of hats, and so we're leaving a lot of responsibility behind, but then all of a sudden we see the mountain. It's like, oh, they can't reach me now. I'm home free. And it's just a wonderful time of sisterhood and a wonderful time to be able to receive feedback and give feedback on our work and all that we've been through, all that's happened throughout the year. Nikki Giovanni, as I'm sure you know, passed in November. And it's just such an enormous loss. I, for one, am going to miss going to the retreat and watching her play Bidwiz and talking trash about who fries the best chicken. And I'm going to miss the way in which she challenged all of us to be better, even on our toughest days. And there was always, always, always the love behind her words. Okay? They may pierce you at first, but then there's this balm that would continue as she explained and expressed what she meant and what she expected and what she hoped for. Laura asked me to read a poem by Nikki Giovanni, and so I have chosen sorry, I can't see anything. I have chosen a poem that she wrote in honor of Dr. King. So if you just bear with me for 1 second here. It is called In the Spirit of Martin by Nikki Giovanni. This is a sacred poem. Blood has been shed to consecrate it. Wash your hands, remove your shoes, bow your head. I'll have a dream. That was a magical time. Hi-ho, silver away. Oh, Cisco. Oh, Pancho, here I come to save the day. I want the world to see what they did to my boy. No, I'm not going to move. If we are wrong, then the Constitution of the United States is wrong. Montgomery, Birmingham, Selma, 4 little girls, constant threats, constant harassment, constant fear, SCLC, Ralph and Martin. Father knows best. Leave it to Beaver. Ed Sullivan. How long? Not long. But what, Mr. Thoreau said to Mr. Emerson, are you doing out? This is a letter from Birmingham City Jail. This is a eulogy for Albany. This is a water hose for Anniston. This is a thank you to Diane Nash. This is a flag for James Farmer. This is a how can I make it without you to Ella Baker. This is for the red clay of Georgia that yielded black men of courage, black men of vision, black men of hope, bent over cotton or sweet potatoes or pool tables and baseball diamonds, playing for a chance to live free and breathe easy and have enough money to take care of the folks that they love. This is why we can't wait. That swirling Mississippi wind, the Alabama pine, that Tennessee dust defiling the clothes the women washed, those hot winds the lemonade couldn't cool, that let the women know we too must overcome. This is for Fannie Lou Hamer, Joanne Robinson, Septima, Joanne Robinson, Septima Clark, Daisy Bates, all the women who said, baby, 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 I know you didn't mean to lose your job. I know you didn't mean to hit me. I know the Lord is going to make a way. I know I'm leaning on the everlasting arms. How much pressure does the earth exert on carbon to make a diamond? How long does the soil push against the flesh, molding, 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 the moan that becomes a cry that bursts forth, crystalline, unbreakable, priceless, incomparable Martin? I made my vow to the Lord that I never would turn back. How much pressure do the sins of the world press against the heart of a man who becomes the voice of his people? He should have had a tattoo, freedom now or something. Should have braided his hair, carried his pool cue in a mahogany case, wafted that wonderful laugh over a plate of skillet fried chicken, dropped biscuits, dandelion greens on the side. This is a sacred poem. Open your arms, turn your palms up. Feel the spirit of greatness and be redeemed. Thank you. So my company does a lot of various works, but I do quite a bit with poetry, spoken word, if you will. And so this was a real treat to be able to share this with you. I'd like to bring my husband, Steve Prince, up, because we'd also love to share with you what we're doing in the future as well. We're very, very excited to have an opportunity to perform at the Ferguson Center on February 22nd. We'll be presenting a variety of works from our repertoire, but the concert will end with a presentation of Nine, which is in honor of the Little Rock Nine. Nine started out as a 4-minute solo in honor of Carlotta Walsonier. She was 14 at the time, the youngest of Little Rock Nine. And since then, it has grown into a 35, 40-minute piece that honors all 9 members of Little Rock Nine. In addition to my choreography, it features visual art by Steve, original poetry by Dr. Hermine Pinson, and original music arrangements by Dr. Stephen Hayes, he's retired faculty of Philander Smith. So please come out. It's an opportunity for us to celebrate who we are individually and collectively, to learn and unlearn, and to celebrate and grow together.
Indeed. As far as the visual arts component that I inscribed into this particular production, I designed the costumes, set pieces, and there's several reflective elements throughout the production that amplifies what is happening in terms of the movement. It is a strong belief that I have that the artist is truth sayer, and the artist helps us to remember to remember. And in that memory, the art further concretizes in our minds and inscribes within our spirits the will and the work that we must do, not individually, but what we must do collectively. The power of what we're doing as artists, as creatives, is that this work will hopefully outlive us, and that it can be passed on to the next generation, and that they be able to pick up the reins of what has happened in the past, and that we can be transformative at these tables together, and that this will look very different 200, 300, 400 years from now. But that work, again, I believe the artist being truth sayer, the artist helping us to remember, The element that I have in the lobby is an image that is directly aligned with the work that Leah has done in terms of choreography. And it's embedded on the shirt. And as, again, something that you can continue to spread within our community. But this image, in terms of your support financially for it, is to help us to continue to do the work within the community. And again, it's that, again, an outgrowth of how does this work gotten done over the years. It's gotten done because of people like us who have come to the table and we have supported each other, both not only with our spirit, not only with our words, but also with us financially to support each other to do this work in the community. So we thank you.
Thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure to share with you.
Thank you so much. I think Steve just gave us the definition of healing through the arts. Our theme this year, we have seen it in so many ways when Jocelyn sang for us about our peace and how we're going to heal. And to see this and feel this is, arts is something that you feel, you know? Healing sometimes is something that's caught, not taught, right? And so is this interpretation and making us feel blessed and just to come together in unity and just to see, to talk about art as the future. I hadn't thought about that, but art stands the test of time, right? So that's something that we're enjoying and experiencing together. Right now, I want to let you know, we had our refreshments first, so now we're going to give you a chance to get up and stretch your legs, have some time to take a break, about 10 minutes if you would, to come back, because then we're going to be presenting our Table Builders Awards after that. So please help yourself to more refreshments and stretch your legs and, visit the table and buy a t-shirt. All right. Well, this is the wonderful part of the evening where we're going to move into our Table Builders Awards. And I want to bring Laura up as she announces some new ones.
Okay.
You want my program, don't you? Sure. I keep losing my program.
Okay, we're going to start the second half of our program tonight, the Table Builders Awards. And again, this is an award that we started. This is the third year where we recognize outstanding people and organizations that are working to build relationships, community, to heal racial divides. And we started with actually 3 awards, and now we're up to 7. So this is growing. Yes. The new awards are the Pioneer Award. And what we're doing is we're recognizing an organization or individuals who have been working toward racial reconciliation or healing for at least 30 years. And the second award is the History Maker Award. And this is an award for an individual who is so outstanding that they're making history in our community. For the first time, we decided to name the award after someone. So it's called the Johnette Weaver History Maker Award. Everybody here know who Johnette is? She's known as Queen Johnette. And if you get to know her, you'll know why. She made history a couple of years ago. She has an amazing story, and unfortunately, she could not be here tonight to share it with us. She had planned to be here, but she grew up and had been told that one of her ancestors fought in the Revolutionary War, and it was something that had just been passed down from generation to generation. Well, Johnette set out to prove that it was true. And she worked with the local chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution, and they helped her with the research, and guess what? It was true. So she became a history maker in her own right because she was the first African American to join the Williamsburg chapter of the Daughters of American Revolution, and she opened the door for her family members to join and to receive the benefits of scholarships and other resources. So we named this award in her honor. But before we announce our History Maker Award winner and bring this dynamic young lady up, we're going to announce the first award is the Pioneer Award. And I told my board, I said, I have to present this. And I'm very pleased to present it to Pastors Wade and Lisa Trump. So happy. Now, Pastor Wade and Lisa Trump were my pastors for 23 years. I joined their church. I think I must have been 6 when I joined. In case you're trying to figure out my age. I was about 6. It's 23 years ago, right? But they are just amazing. They had a vision for racial reconciliation at the birthplace of America. And what they did was so phenomenal. It inspired me because they did not just believe in having church in the building. They believed in having church and taking church outside the building. So I remember we had we set up a tent down at Jamestown for 7 days. We had a revival called 7 Days of Praise and Prayer. Mm-hmm. And then Arise America was another event. We rented out William and Mary Hall, mm-hmm. and we celebrated the 400th anniversary of the English colonists coming to Jamestown. And then that was in 2007. In 2014, we rented out the Kimball Theater, and we celebrated the marriage of Pocahontas and John Roth. And then in 2019, we were down at historic Jamestown Island. There were over 200 people there for the 400th anniversary of the first Africans being brought to Virginia. So these are people who believe in taking it to the street. And they have so inspired me. One of the things that the Virginia Racial Healing Institute focuses on is community engagement. And you know where we got that from? These guys. So I want to present you Pastors Wade and Lisa Trump in recognition of 30 years of continued service to Greater Williamsburg that has inspired and fostered community-wide racial reconciliation initiatives.
Thank you so much.
Would you like to say a few words? Now, please be brief now.
Are you sure about brief? There's a lot of you in this room that I've known over the years, and as you know, 30 years of racial reconciliation from Jamestown inward and across 3 continents now has been quite the feat. Everything that Lisa and I have done together as a church, as a couple with 3 small children who came here in 1995 to believe that we could build a multiracial church at the birthplace of this country. Since then, we've branched off in so many different directions. Just lately, after about 15 years of work, the Pokanoket Nation, which is in Plymouth Indians, were given back by Brown University through a deed in Bristol, New Hampshire, their original land back, yes. Which we've been for a long time, being good friends with them, praying for them, prophesying over the land where they now own and have again. And we're just excited to be at a place in our ministry and with I say this particular honor, I'm just thankful that a lot of you had a lot to do with this, through your prayers and through other things that you've done over the years to help this issue that we have now of healing racial wounds.
All I can say is I'm so proud of you, Laura.
Yes.
And all of you who are a part of it, but to see where we've been and all that you're doing, we're blessed to see it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Got it? Okay. All right, and then the second award, the History Maker Award, is being presented to a William & Mary student who was the first African-American woman elected to the city council. So she has shattered the glass ceiling, and we are just rejoicing with her. We are so proud of her. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to Ms. Ayanna Williams.
Well, it's an honor to be with you all here on this evening. First, I would like to thank the Board of Directors for bestowing this great honor, this award, and I would like to thank also my family here. They traveled from Chesterfield, Virginia to be with me here tonight, so thank you, family, for coming. You know, when I think of the two terms of coming to the table and also history being made, I think of all the individuals, many of whom are in this room, that have paved the way for me to be up here today. So thank you again for this great honor, and it's an honor to serve this community. Thank you.
Okay, and now I'm going to call up the woman who I call my bookend. You know, bookends look just alike, but they hold things together. So without her, everything would just fall apart. So she's my bookend. Ms. Deveria Gore is going to finish with the awards ceremony. Also, Bill Sizemore is unable to be here tonight. He was not feeling well. So Becky Parsons is going to assist Deveria with the rest of the table builder awards.
Well, good evening to everyone. It's so wonderful to see a packed room. It's good to see everyone here on this occasion. And we want to present the remainder of the awards tonight. I said rewards. But really, it is rewarding to do this work, is it not? It's rewarding that we are more together now than ever. And so we just can see that continuing. The first one that I'd like to present tonight is the Table Builders Award for the Outstanding Education Organization, and that is presented to the William & Mary Bray School Lab. Let's have the representative come forward. Recognition of the commitment to uncover, document, preserve, and share the history and legacies of the Williamsburg Bray School. We thank you for your work.
Good evening, thank you. I just want to say just a few things about the Bray School Lab very quickly. My name is Maureen Elversman-Lee. I'm the director of the lab. And I also want to introduce my colleagues as well. Tanya Meredith is our oral historian, Elizabeth Jumba is our genealogist. Our graduate student and lab assistant, Nicole Graham, was unable to be here. She sends her thanks and also her regrets for not being able to come. The Bray School was founded in 2021 as part of the Office of Strategic Cultural Partnerships at William & Mary. Thank you for sharing the mission of the lab. 2024 was an incredible year, marking the 250th anniversary of the closing of the school. And we had already dubbed it the year of the Bray School, and I don't think it disappointed. One of the most important events took place on October 30th. 2 days later, it was surpassed with the dedication where the children of the descendant community sang out and I think connected with the spirits of the children who attended the Bray School. We work in collaboration and partnership with so many people here, Colonial Williamsburg being our official partner under the Williamsburg Bray School initiative. We take this in and accept this with thanks, but representing a partnership that is ongoing and growing, and we take this as a challenge to do more and have more impact. Thank you.
So we're going to continue on, and the next Table Builders Award is for the Outstanding Nonprofit Organization. And as you can see, this year it's presented to the Juneteenth Community Consortium. If you'll come forward now. Takes a village. This is awesome. Yes, that's right. Okay, this is in recognition of the commitment to bring Greater Williamsburg together annually to commemorate and celebrate the Juneteenth national holiday. All right, so I'm going to pass the microphone again.
Hey, good evening, everybody. My name is Robert Curry. I'm the Executive Director of Performing Arts and Signature Events at the Colonial Williamsburg Foundation. The Juneteenth Community Consortium started, I think, 2021 into 22. Started largely on Zoom as we were coming out of COVID with a bunch of people, some people who knew each other, others who did not. And we were tasked with figuring out how are we going to commemorate and celebrate Juneteenth on behalf of the city of Williamsburg. And coming from special events, I was coming in at it with logistical and operational viewpoint, and very quickly learned that it was going to be about a lot more. And so we would take one step forward and 2 steps back, and 2 steps forward and 1 step back. And people started to get to know each other. We created a lot of empathy. We worked together. We repaired relationships. We created friendships. And we made a stronger community through it. So it's not about the events and the things we created. It's about the progress and the work that we did that led up to that. So I'm very proud of that, and I'm very proud to work with all of these people.
Amy Ricciardo with Colonial Williamsburg. I'm Jacqueline Bridgeforth Williams. I'm the founder and executive director of the Village Initiative, a local 501(c)(3).
I'm Janice Kennedy, the African American Community Engagement Manager of the Colonial Williamsburg Foundation.
I'm Connie Harshaw, president of the Let Freedom Ring Foundation.
And last but not least, Laura Hill, coming to the table, Historic Triangle and the Virginia Racial Healing Institute.
For this next award, I'm really delighted that it's falling to me to introduce this individual and the family. This is someone that I've known from when he was real young and You know, was good friends with my young man, my son, and I just really have marveled at what this young man has been able to achieve. It was awesome to be a part of church where we could worship and sing and just all of those beautiful things together. And their family, they embraced us, we embraced them, and I'm just so happy to be able to present today because this young man has gone beyond what I thought. I didn't see all of this coming, and I know he probably did, but I didn't, and I just thought, wow. All I can say is wow. So the Outstanding Business Award goes to Andre Julius Custom Suits and Accessories.
Don't read it, don't read it.
Yes, I'm reading all of this. And film, please. In recognition of the commitment to business excellence and community service that began locally, expanded to multiple retail stores, and received national exposure, we present this award to you.
Well, I didn't want to say much. Normally it's real brief. Thanks guys for recognition. Really appreciate that for sure. When I started Andre Julius, it was an idea. I was sitting on the couch with my wife, and some of y'all have been there. I've started other businesses in the past, and you know, kind of didn't go how I really wanted to go. But I knew this one was going to be different because it had a Christ foundation. My symbol, I wish it was up there, but it's a Lamb of God. That represents the fine wool that we sell, and that we were a Christian-based company as well. So with that being said, in a matter of 3 years, God has given this platform in which that I have the ability to make custom garments, design and style people on a national platform, but here locally as well. And I just really love my community, born and raised here, so thank you again for the recognition. God bless. Peace and blessings, guys.
Awesome. So I have the pleasure of presenting the Outstanding Faith-Based Organization Award. And that's a tough one here. And this year is presented to the Greater Williamsburg Movement. So please come forward. Let me read it. In recognition of the commitment to work collaboratively with community and faith-based organizations to foster unity and racial healing.
Thank you so much. This means a lot. I'm Cliff Brigham. This is Andy Cronin, and we're just so honored to be part of this wonderful work that God's doing of racial healing. And we believe that you can't have racial healing without trust. You can't have trust without relationships, and you can't have relationships without conversations. So a big part of what we're about with racial healing is bringing people together to have those conversations. Someone once said, a story never told never heals. And so it's so important to listen. That's one of, I think, the main things I've learned in this journey is the importance of listening. And wow, it's painful and it's rich. And thank you so much.
Okay, and for this next award, this is a wonderful award because, you know, as you have leadership in a community, it is just beautiful to see that the leadership is in that leading role in this area of healing the community. And so we are so delighted that the outstanding, the Table Builders Award for the Outstanding Government Agency goes to the City of Williamsburg, Virginia. really good.
That looks good.
That looks good. In recognition of the commitment to restorative justice for the Williamsburg descendant community by establishing and funding the first ever Descendant Scholarship Program, we present you this award.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you I don't know, I'm Pat Dent, Vice Mayor for the City of Williamsburg. It's definitely an honor. Thank you to coming to the table. It's an honor to be here accepting this award on behalf of the Williamsburg City Council, along with Councilwoman Ayanna Williams. You know, this has been a journey that started really in 2021 when City Council decided we wanted to really take a hard look at the city's racial history. And with that, we needed some help. And in July of 2021, we established the Truth and Reconciliation Committee. And several of those members are here tonight. Laura's here, Helen Casey Rutland, not sure if anyone else is here. But they worked tirelessly over the next 2 years and really brought forth an in-depth report with a list of recommendations for City Council to consider. Obviously, there's a huge number of tasks in there, but City Council decided that we could take 2 of those in our first goals, initiatives, and outcomes cycle and really focus on those 2 issues. One of those being the Descendant Scholarship Fund. So really the credit for this goes to the committee who brought this to City Council. And in October of 2024, City Council set aside $250,000 as seed money for the Descendant Scholarship Fund. And I know others in the room tonight have told me that they've searched around the country and can't find another community that's established a scholarship fund for descendant community. So we're so honored to be doing that. There's still a lot of work to be done and address the other recommendations that came from the committee, but we're making progress. So thank you so much.
Williamsburg is leading the way. Yes.
Yes.
Go, Becky.
All right. So some amazing awards here and some wonderful work being done here in Williamsburg. What a night of celebration. And we just want to continue and move on to our candlelight service.
But first, one more award.
Oh.
One more award, and you stay right here, Becky.
Oh.
Let me just say that the board of directors had a really tough time voting on who would get these awards. There were so many great initiatives in our community a lot of great initiatives and things going on here. In fact, a couple of times we had ties in a couple of categories and we had to go back and vote again. But we just also want to honor our sponsor, Centera Health, and locally, Centera Williamsburg Regional Medical Center. This is a three-peat. This is their 3rd year standing alongside us to sponsor this event. And it's really important because we don't want there to be any barriers for people to come to the table. So we don't charge anything for people to come to our programs. So we get funding through grants and sponsorships, and we're just so thankful for Centera, Amber Price, the president, who could not be here today, but she has sent Ashley Askew on her behalf to accept this award, which she doesn't know anything about. But we're happy to see Ashley here, and we just want to acknowledge, we want to acknowledge Centera and thank you for your partnership. Come on up, Ashley. And Susan, come on up, Susan, come on up. All of you, come up.
up and accept this on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Virginia Racial Healing Institute. Oh.
Thank you very much. I'm Susan Poe, Manager for Community Relations, and I just want you to know that we are honored to be part of this special event, and we are so thankful for the partnership. Centerra is committed to ensuring health equity in our and throughout our community, and we are very honored to be part of this. One way that we like to hear the voices of our community is through a community health needs assessment, and that is an opportunity for all of us to lend our, hear our voices and tell us what you think are the most pressing community health needs facing our community. So I have put some brochures out on the main table, and I'd love for you to take those and share them freely without, throughout your network. And again, thank you for this award and for our partnership.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Dr. Cornelius Powell. I'm a recovering emergency medicine physician and Chief Medical Officer at Centerra Williamsburg. On behalf of Centerra Williamsburg, and all of our 1,000 plus employees here locally, we are so grateful to be a part of this amazing organization, and thank you so much for allowing us to sponsor this event.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And now Fred.
Each year as this day follows Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., his weekend and his birthday, it seems right to think of him and all who joined in the freedom struggle and worked for racial justice and racial healing. He was, as Dr. Cornel West might say, a man who was blues in the life of the mind and jazz in the ways of the world. In his address for the 1964 Berlin Jazz Festival, he riffed about faith, jazz, and justice in a way that still stirs my soul. Perhaps it will for you. He says this: God has wrought many things out of oppression. He has endowed his creatures with the capacity to create. And from this capacity has flowed the sweet songs of sorrow and joy that have allowed man to cope with his environment in many different situations. Jazz speaks for life. The blues tell the story of life's difficulty, and if you think for a moment, you will realize that they take the hardest realities of life and put them into music, only to come out with some new hope or sense of triumph. This is triumphant music. He goes on to say, long before the modern essayists and scholars wrote of racial identity as a problem for a multiracial world, musicians were returning to their roots to affirm that which was stirring within their souls. Much of the power of our freedom movement in the United States has come from this music. It has strengthened us with its sweet rhythms when courage began to fail. It has calmed us with its rich harmonies when spirits were down. He says so much more, you should look it up. The arts can soothe us, provoke us, and remind us how to separate the truth from the lies, where we can remember what is true, and when we cannot, remember what is not true. It is not true that human hurt must carry on in our bodies and communities. It is not true that human hope must remain frustrated by cynicism. These are not truths, but old habits rooted in untruth and hopelessness. And we need the arts to awaken us to hope and truth. We're here today because we believe in the hopefulness of the arts, of creative truth-telling, because we are committed to the possibility of racial healing. On your tables, you have these candles, otherwise known as lights. And tonight, we want to shine a light on the path of creative truth-telling, where we are inspired and convicted to choose courage over fear, to call things by their right name, to choose mercy over malice, and to lean into what the arts can teach us. So together, we symbolize our commitment to carry on the work of racial justice and healing by the lighting of candles. Each one of us hold a candle in our hands, reminding us that each one of us must put our hands to the work. And so as you light your candle, we remember that there are no dark switches, only light switches. And tonight we commit to turning on ours, even if it is but a dimmer switch. If you came with your light shining bright, then share that light with us. The brighter the light, the more that will be revealed, and the better we will see the path to healing. The wounds revealed by the light can heal. The pain revealed by the light can find peace. The trauma revealed by the light can turn to triumph, but it will take all of us together. Beloved, as a community, let's not allow this night to be the final word. Let us live on and do the work of racial healing. But that also includes you not taking these home with you. So you got to find your own light. Every year, y'all be taking the lights.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Reverend Fred Ligon. He's one of our founding board members of the Virginia Racial Healing Institute. In 2019, he saw an article about Coming to the Table Historic Triangle in the Good Neighbors magazine, and he emailed me and said, Laura, I want to help you, I want to support this, and I will do anything. So every now and then I call him and say, Fred, you did say you would do anything, right? And anything has been being our technical guru for our meetings. It's been serving as our treasurer. It's been anything. So I'm just so thankful that he's here with us tonight. And I just want to thank you for all that you did.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we are so thankful. We are committed to valuing your time. We appreciate you coming out here on a cold winter night to spend time with us. So first of all, give yourselves a hand clap. As I said earlier, the programs that we offer are free to the community, but we know that they are not free. They are underwritten. And our programs are really the icing on the cake. The real work of racial healing happens in our programs, not our community events. So we offer 6 programs to help people have those courageous conversations. We have our monthly Coming to the Table meeting where we discuss current racial events, local events, as well as events in the community. We have a racial healing book club that Becky and Bill Sizemore, and also I forgot to mention Kim Hunley. She could not be here tonight. She is one of our school board members, but she is also a founding board member of the Virginia Racial Healing Institute. She leads the book club, the Racial Healing Book Club, and facilitates conversations about race. We're starting a new book on Thursday, and it is a National Book Award winner. It's called James, the novel, and by Percival Everett. And so if you're looking for a book club to join, it's a virtual book club. Feel free to go to our website and learn about the different programs we offer. We have a faith-based racial reconciliation group. It's called Be the Bridge, and we're starting that up again in 2025. We also have our racial trauma training classes that is led by Reverend Fred Ligon. And so we encourage you to go to our website when you're ready to dig deeper when it comes to the work of racial reconciliation and racial healing. When you're ready to dig deeper, just go to our website and look for the programs that we offer that can help you in your journey to racial healing. So again, we just want to thank everyone for coming tonight. I want to give a special shout out and thanks to a few more of our Table Builder Award winners who are here tonight. Steve Prince is here. He was last year's Educator of the Year, and he brought his beautiful wife with him, so we decided to put her to work this year. Also, we have Reverend Reginald Davis of First Baptist Church. Stand up. He was the First Baptist Church and Let Freedom Ring Foundation. Connie, stand up, Connie. They were our initial faith-based organization award winners for their excellence. So you see, Andy, Cliff, you have large shoes to fill. And who else? I know. I got a call or a text today from friends of ours, and they said, is there any space for us? And I said, we will make space for you. And it is Dr. Jade and Henry Rangers. Are you guys still here? Or did they leave? Oh, they had to leave. Okay, well, they were last year's Outstanding Business Award winners. And I think that covers, I know, I was looking for her earlier. Jacqueline Bridgeforth Williams. Jackie, are you still here? They were the Village Initiative for Equity in Education. So they were the inaugural outstanding nonprofit organization. So we're so excited about all the organizations and the individuals that are working to help our community heal. And we just want to recognize them and also thank you for being a part of this evening tonight. So thank you again for coming out to the 6th annual Greater Williamsburg National Day of Racial Healing. Please drive safely and bundle up. Also, if you are an award winner, we ask that you just stay back briefly for a group photo. And thank you again.
Hi, I'm Wade, and this is Lisa, and we're the Trumps, and we are the pastors of Jamestown Christian Fellowship Church here in Williamsburg, Virginia. We've been pastors here for 30 years, and we came to Williamsburg with the mandate, I feel, from the Lord to build a church that builds bridges of racial reconciliation from all creeds, all races, and we've done that over the last 30 years, and we truly believe in racial reconciliation and building bridges of honor to bring all people groups together to love one another as Christ has called us to be in the church.
And that racial healing is about relationships and not just programs. It's about building relationships and having conversations and actually walking in love with our brothers and sisters on this earth.
So, from the two of us who've had 30 years of doing this from the birthplace and the root of this country, go out and find someone that you can love and build a bridge with. But it starts with honor, and then it goes into trust, and then it goes into a long-term relationship. That's important. God bless you.
My name is Connie Harshaw, Connie Matthews Harshaw. I'm the president of the Let Freedom Ring Foundation. And what I'd like to say about racial healing is that it involves having tough conversations. And the toughest conversation is the one that's not had about racial healing. As our families blend and our countries blend, we have hard work to do, but I know we can do it.
Pastor of First Baptist Church, Reverend Dr. Reginald F. Davis. How do I feel about racial healing? We have to heal because our common humanity requires that we heal. What affects one directly affects us all indirectly. So healing is in order, so we need to heal in order for us to solve some of these problems that we have among ourselves. We're all part of the human family.
Hi, my name's Ayana Williams, and how I feel about racial healing is that it's an essential part of just the community process. Growing up, this is my mother right here, but she instilled in me the notion that neighborhoods still exist. And a part of living in a community and neighborhood is everyone living in unison together. And racial healing is part of creating that unison that we find here in this community.
Well, my name is Onika Williams, and racial healing is something that's very dear to me. I was able to be a part of an actual racial healing group in my community with Be the Bridge, and it just sparked so many great conversations that really honestly had led to heartfelt healing. So this is such a thing that's needed in the community, and we are just honored to be here today.
I'm Jacqueline Bridgeforth Williams. I'm the founder and executive of the Village Initiative, a local educational equity organization. And racial healing to me means everything. In order to heal our nation, to heal from America's original sin of slavery, we will definitely need to have racial healing. We will need to be at the table together. We will need to sit down and have those tough conversations. But in order to move forward, we will have to have racial healing so that there's a better and brighter and more united, loving and kinder future for the children of tomorrow.
Hi, my name is Gene Williams, and I'm here just to talk about racial healing. I think it's something that's very important in our community, even locally, statewide, nationally, but definitely at the local level. It's great for people to have conversations, and it's good for to get an understanding. Something I've learned over my course of my life is that you have an idea of how people think just based off of your own experiences, and then you get out into this big wide world and you realize people have such different backgrounds and things that shape the way that they think, and that by generally just talking to people and realizing their perspective and why they think things, and then them listening to you and why you think things, that so many conflicts can be avoided just by listening to one another. And I really think that it's the true path to racial healing in this country, is that true understanding for the way that we feel and the way that others feel towards us.
Hi, I'm Cliff Brigham, and this is Andy Cronin, and we really feel racial healing is crucial for our country, and again, for the healing of our nation, and to bring us together and to really truly be one in God's family.
Thanks, Cliff. That's really good. I think we just feel like it's the key thing to remove stumbling blocks to help our nation flourish, our countries flourish, and also our city flourish. So this is what we felt like here at the core of where enslaved African Americans first came to our country. This has been the root of the heartache in this country, and we feel like this is going to be a key, and is a key, to bring healing. And we're so grateful for the things that have happened here tonight, to all the people that are sensing the importance of this and are working on it. So thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Michelle Tabinor, and I think that racial healing is necessary. It's necessary to acknowledge the past, embrace the future and the present, but work toward reconciliation and justice and just the healing process that it takes, because we really need that.
Hey, my name is Ed Tabinor, and we're very inspired by what's going on here with the meeting at the table, and reconciliation is a very serious and deep conversation that we must have. It's a critical conversation, and something that we need to have with on both sides of the table, whether it be white, whether it be black, whether it be native, whether it be brown. It doesn't matter. We need to come together and end racial injustice, racial division, and come together as one people in the name of the Lord. We thank you very much.
My name is Tina Thomas, and I'm passionate about racial healing and passionate about eradicating it. You can tell just from this pocketbook that I bring. I come against chaos on every level. It's because of me that I make it happen. I jump in, I do where I can, I get in where I fit in. That's Tina Thomas.
Hi, my name is Melinda Morgan. I'm so excited to be here tonight and learn more about the racial healing and see what you learn and unlearn. It was a great evening. You should come out next time. Thanks a lot.
Hey, my name is Jesse Reed, and racial healing is something we need to work on every day and need to have conversations as often as we can and do a lot of listening to those who have stories to tell.
Hi, my name's Garrett Lobsher. I just attended the Greater Williamsburg National Day of Racial Healing, and it was beautiful. I just know that there's a lot of work to be done, a lot of communities to heal and to work at reconciliation. So I'm glad to be here tonight, and I pledge to do my part to do what I can to be a part of it.
My name is Kayla, and I think that racial healing is good for the community so we can all get together as one and represent each and different race and culture between all of us, and so we can all get to know each other.
Hi, my name is Angela Coney, and the thing I feel about racial healing is that it's much needed. It's much needed in the community, and everybody needs to grow and bond and learn to embrace each other.
Hi, my name is Meryl Lewis, and just wanted to say I always enjoy being a part of racial healing events and coming to the table. It's certainly a wonderful and exhilarating experience, and it shows that hope springs eternal. And just hope that everyone can come out and you will never be disappointed.
Hi, I'm Robin Sanford, and I think racial healing is imperative. We all are one, and that is my desire.
These are my thoughts about racial healing. You know, I really am encouraged in this time and season. A lot's being done by community leaders and community members, because there was a time where, when I was growing up, I did sit in the back of the bus. I've been removed from restaurants before and refused service and all of that. And there are other things that have happened in terms of discrimination because of my race, my skin. But I am encouraged that more education is happening now. People are seeing that the wrongs were just that. They were wrong. And there is much effort now, much more effort to make things right. And for that, I am glad.